Good afternoon.
Welcome to the Must Love Yarn podcast. It is Thursday, October 11th.
It is the 11th.
Yes. And we are coming to you from our yarn shop in Shelburne, Vermont.
Mm-hmm.
Must Love Yarn.
Yep.
And I'm Angela.
And I'm Kelly.
I was like, what do we do next?
This is Gage.
And this is Gage.
And there's this long story, well, not super long. There's a story behind it if you go back and watch a few episodes previously.
Well, I think the last episode.
Last episode explains him.
Yes.
But the whole Meerkat thing has been going for, what?
A month or so, maybe.
Or so episodes.
Yeah. We have a Meerkat thing. So,
but you can find the store on
yes.
all kinds of social media.
Yes.
And our website is mustloveyarn.com.
Yep.
And we're pretty much Must Love Yarn everywhere out there.
Yep.
We've got a Ravelry group, so if you want to join that, we do a lot of knit-alongs. We only have one going on right now.
Yes,
and it's a charity knit-along.
I'm considering starting a second one.
Of course she is.
And maybe a third one.
Remember, people are getting ready for holidays.
Well, that's the upcoming Cal.
Okay.
I'm gonna wing the description of that one, and it's anyway.
We'll get there.
You guys.
One thing at a time.
One thing at a time.
So you can find us out on social media,
yes.
Angela and myself, individually.
Yes.
I am Kelly O Spins on Instagram and Kelly Spins on Ravelry.
And you can find me on Ravelry and Instagram as Junior Bird Kid. And my mind's gonna blow up when I edit this now because we just flip-flopped ourselves. We never go in that order.
Oh, because
I'm gonna type the wrong names.
They'll figure it out.
So this is funny. Normally a knitting, crocheting, fiber, yarn related podcast, but Kelly and I are well known for getting off on other random tangents, and if you stick around for the outtakes today, there's
15 minutes
of me just
jibber-jabbering
all over the place, so super exciting. But apparently everybody's come to know and love the outtakes, so we continue to do them,
right,
because they're fun. Yeah. So we like to start our podcast with picks of the week.
We do.
And we have one pick for you this week.
Yep. We'll probably start doing
one.
We'll go to one a week.
Well,
you never know. We might throw it, We'll
mix it up every once in a while. We're just more mixing up a little bit because my brain's broken.
I'm giving her a hand today.
Kelly's been picking my pick of the week for a couple of months now. I'll just fess up to that.
So. I'm like, do you have a pick of the week? No? Okay, no. I'll find something for you.
Yeah, so we're going to go down to one because it's just a little less work for Kelly.
And she's being quite honest about this.
Totally.
Okay, so our pick of the week is a brand new yarn, brand new. Just walked through the door today. Well, the yarn didn't, but the UPS man did with the yarn. And it's a really lovely yarn from Plymouth, and it's kind of like Aran to bulky. It's 3.5 stitches on a 9, but you could definitely knit it on a bigger needle, like a 10, and get a really nice open fluffy knit, because it will be fluffy. It has a lot of alpaca in it. So it is called Arado, kind of like Laredo, but Arado. And it is it's a 70% alpaca, 7% merino wool, 23% nylon. So it uses that nylon as the framework, and then the alpaca and the wool are then in the tube. It's like a tube yarn, which I don't know if you can really see. Sort of. It's quite fuzzy, so it's hard to see. But anyway, we have it in 4 colors, which are beautiful. These. So this is white, this is beige, light gray, and then charcoal, and they're super, super soft, and really snugly. I wish you guys could reach through and touch this because it's really nice. So we have these 4 colors in stock. And the other thing I will tell you about is Plymouth actually has, well, they have a couple paid for patterns, which we can get through the in-store program on Ravelry for you. They don't make them available individually because they want to kind of drive people to the stores, which is really nice for them to do that. Yeah. But they do have a free pattern that I thought I would let you guys know about, and I did make a link in show notes so you can click right to it. And it is this really cute eyelet cowl. So if you go to the link that I provided, you can get a copy of this free pattern too. Nice. To go with the yarn. So it's really easy. It takes just 1 skein
even
of
better.
This. So these skeins, they're 100-gram skeins, and they have a lot of yardage on them. 283 yards. That's a lot of yardage.
Yeah.
But it's because they make that in the tube, and they can put so much yarn and it stays really light, because this is 100 grams, and that's a lot of yardage for 100 grams.
Particularly something that's like
something
an
that
Aran
heavy.
weight.
Yeah. So if it's something of interest to you, that pattern would be a great present for somebody. It's a really nice cowl that would knit up really quickly, because I think you knit it on size 10 needles.
That's my kind of pattern right there.
Yeah, so it's knit, and it's an eyelet pattern, so it makes a nice fabric really quickly because it's all open, but still very snugly warm because of the alpaca that's in there.
Nice.
So these retail for $19.50, and what other information can I tell you about these? They are hand washed, so you would have to hand wash it, but I do with most of my knits anyway, whether they're hand washed or not.
So the coupon code this week.
Yes.
We've already sorted this out, and there actually is a store. Well, I suggested something different because I wasn't sure I could spell Arado as the coupon code. So the coupon code is Weekly Pick AIR.
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 So if you're looking, if you want to search, it is in show notes, but that is Arado.
Yeah. Kelly had typed in Arado, and I was like, yeah, can we shorten that to air? Because I'm not sure I could get that spelled correctly on the podcast. And that would be bad. That's like one of my biggest fears with the coupon code is that I'm going to spell it differently than what's in the system. And then people are going to be really confused as to why their coupon's not working.
These are so squashy.
They are squashy. I'm intrigued by that cowl.
Yeah, it's cute. It's
yeah.
Really cute. It's only 4, it's a 4-row repeat, 4-round repeat. So it would be a really easy to memorize on the go kind of pattern.
Yeah.
So check out Arado. It's brand new everywhere. It's a new yarn for this fall. Yeah.
We love the new yarns. So much fun. So are you wearing any knits
No knitwear.
I only have my wrist ruler on.
Me too. I have to order more of these because
they've been popular.
Really low.
They're fun.
Them.
I've actually been using my wrist ruler a lot to measure things.
I know.
Like my knits.
That's kind of
Every once in a while when I'm having gauge issues, I'm like, I wonder if my wrist ruler is stretched.
Well, that can happen to tape measures too.
Yeah, that's true.
A lot of times, if especially if it's older and if it's one of the ones that pulls out, it's like in the little, like the ones that we have for the store.
Yeah.
If they are older, and especially if you let them like really slide back in, they're the push button ones and they zing in and then they stop and they've got the stopper, that can cause them to stretch.
No kidding.
Yeah. So if you have an old one, sometimes it's good to check it against a ruler just to make sure that it's
important.
Yeah, that it's actually true to what the measurement is, because sometimes you have to replace them, and sometimes you buy them. Sometimes I've gotten the ones from China. They're included in some little free thing or whatever, and you look at them and you can tell, but just by looking at them, that they're not even close to being what they should be. I'm not saying that all of them from China are.
No,
Every once
I'm
in a
just
while you get
thinking
them.
I should find a couple of old tape measures that I've let my kids play with and bring those in because they look a little worse for wear. They're probably.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really use them anyway. Maybe in a pinch if I can't find one and there's this
like,
right
it's
there.
close. Yeah, that's why a lot of times when I'm checking gauge, I have like a metal ruler that I'll use.
Yeah. Or one of the Katrinkle quick tools.
Yeah. Something that I know is very accurate because
wood can't stretch, metal can't stretch,
right,
or shouldn't be stretching.
Wood can swell though.
Yeah, that's true.
If you live in a really humid or very dry area, it can either shrink or swell.
See, gauge is a lie. Gauge is just a lie.
Oh my gosh!
All right.
Close your ears, Gage. She's not talking about you.
Oh, I didn't mean you.
He's gonna get a complex. Poor guy.
Well, I mean, we kind of knew that when we named him Gage, right?
He can come live at my house.
Okay. Yeah, but then I definitely don't get Gage.
Right. But I do.
Oh. All right. I have a 99% finished object, 95% finished object.
Very close. Mm-hmm.
So, hey guys, look, this guy.
So pretty.
So
if you stay all the way to outtakes,
I have it on.
Yeah,
it's too hot. I took it off. So there's the back. Right, blocking Kelly's face.
I don't care.
Bop.
Totally fine.
Bop, bop, bop. It's been blocked because the directions tell you to block it before you pick up for the front bands. So it just needs the 2 front bands to be picked up and knit, and then it's done. And as I was telling Kelly, probably in the outtakes or maybe before we started recording, literally if I don't do anything else, I could actually wear this to Rhinebeck. It would look a little weird because it's not finished, but
it's so pretty.
It's finished enough.
Yeah, all the ends are woven in. So, some people sometimes you see.
I wove in all of the ends. Yeah. There was a ton of them up here in the color work. Mm-hmm. So this was super fun. I really enjoyed it. I may knit another one and actually use 8s. I went down to 6s because my gauge was telling me I needed to do that, which seemed weird because I'm usually a tight knitter. It is weird because my gauge is still off by about a stitch and a half per 4 inches.
Maybe you're feeling really relaxed on the day you knit your gauge swatch.
I think just gauge swatches lie. Like, that's what I think. I just have different tension when I'm knitting something that's this size versus knitting something that's this size.
Yeah, a lot of knitwear designers, when they're actually getting ready, they'll take a skein of yarn and knit the entire skein of yarn into a gauge so that they know what
I could see that.
And they'll make a wide and long, and then it'll behave more like the finished fabric. It may also be that when I'm knitting on this, I'm concentrating more, and so they're pulling on the yarn more because I'm more, let's do this right. And color work too.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody tends to knit. Was it top down?
Yeah.
So a lot of times when you're getting that kind of mode of knitting color work, you may have stayed a little bit tighter
on the body and the sleeves. So, I mean, I don't have any issues with the fabric. I think the fabric is fine. It's not overly drapey, but it's not going to, I mean, it looks like it's going to stand up because this is pretty hefty, but it's pliable and it's not, I mean, I didn't knit myself a chainmail coat. So it's not that tight, but I think if it's knit just at a little bit looser gauge, it would have a little bit different fit. The fit's okay. It looks fine. Mm-hmm. I'm just curious to see what it would look like if I knit it on 8s. So I might knit it again. We were joking about some ideas for colors in the outtakes, so we'll see.
I can't take credit for that, though. Somebody else had mentioned that before.
I'm sure. So I might be on the prowl to get some more yarn, but you guys know me. I'll have found something else shiny that I want to knit and be moving on. In fact, I have my eye on a couple of other sweaters already. Worsted weight sweaters, one that the pattern calls for 10s. So I was like, ooh, I might do that one. So, but anyway, so pretty close. I may have it, hopefully I'll have it completely finished for next week and can show you guys with the front bands on
Nice.
Because I'd like to wear it next weekend.
Yeah.
This one here is the wild card for can I get the sleeves done. So, I don't know. Stay tuned.
Cool.
Stay tuned.
Well, I have only been working on one thing, and that is my husband's sweater, which is the Sigla, which I'm making a boy version for him.
Nice.
And I've got all these tails that are poking out.
Look at how fast that is. Look at, you're on like an arm.
Yeah, if you guys want to knit a really quick sweater, this is. So the body is done.
Wow.
And I had him try it on last night, so I bound off the ribbing last night. I got all that done, so I'm really digging the blues in there. Sorry, Gage.
Gage down.
I really like
Got a Meerkat down.
the 3 blues with the chocolate. So yeah, I started one sleeve. So, and I just started this last night, so it'll definitely be it should, without any hopefully things coming up, be done before I go to Rhinebeck.
Super fast.
So it's really cute.
Because
So
you started that like last week.
yeah, I know. But I did my other Sigla in like 2 weeks, around 2 weeks too. His I did do a size bigger, so it's obviously a little bit bigger than, I think it's the large, which I think is about a 44 inch.
Okay.
Because he'll wear it over some button downs and stuff when he wears it to work. And I had him try it on last night. It's so funny. So a lot of times in the fall, winter, he grows his beard in. So he's fair too. So he looked like a Viking wearing it. I'm like, you look kind of like a Viking. It was cute. So stay tuned for pictures. So when I do get this done, I will make him wear it when I take pictures. So
Make him hold the Meerkat too.
Make him hold the Meerkat, right? So I think he likes it. So I'm
If not, you just steal it.
I know, I will. I totally will. So the original pattern does have you put triangles on the sleeves, but I'm going to leave them off for his. I think it'll give a little bit more of a masculine feel to it without the details on the sleeves. It'll just be plain. So I think he'll like it a little bit better. It'll be a little bit more wearable for him without that. So I'm just going to do the brown all the way down, and which will be really easy. I'm got some of the decreases. I mark my decreases with the little lockable stitch markers. So I've got 3 of the 5 done. So I've got 2 more decreases, and then knitting until I get to where I have to start the ribbing, and then done with the one.
Nice.
And yeah, it's the nice thing is too, it's a fairly loose fitting sweater. So right now I can do the sleeves on 16 inch. And I think with mine, I left it on 16s, and I was like, I'm gonna stretch it, and it ended up working out okay. It was a little bit tight at the end, but we'll see. I don't know. I might just switch to magic loop, but whatever.
Or 12 inch. Do we have 12 inch in that size?
Not in 10.5s. They stop at like size 8s.
But what? Why?
Yeah. So.
Bummer.
Yep. I'm pretty sure they stop at size 8.
Bummer.
Yep.
Oh well.
That's okay.
So I picked up a Zweig. So Zweig got put aside one because I got distracted with the throwback. But it also got set aside because I was waiting for the US 5 12-inch circular zings to come back into stock in the store because I wanted to knit my sleeves.
Do the sleeves have texture too?
They do.
They do.
Yep. I mean, I suppose you could knit them without, but I had gotten into the rhythm of doing the texture on the body, and it's the exact same pattern.
Yeah.
So
why not?
Exactly. Though I have had to, it's taken me a little bit to adjust doing the cable stitch with the shorter, because I have to hold them a little differently with the shorter tips. Yeah. But I think I've got it figured out, so it's going. So I picked this one back up just like yesterday or the day before. So I got this sleeve on, and I'm started on the one sleeve. I have the other sleeve to do, and then I still have the ribbing. So this, for those of you who are new or maybe don't remember, I may have some yarn shortage issues.
Right.
Because I have 3 skeins that are roughly the same color, and then I have a 4th one that was really kind of a different color, and I had used that darker color up here. You can actually kind of almost see a little bit in the light when I pointed out that this is a kind of almost a different blue than what's down here. So I'm not sure that I'm going to have enough to knit both sleeves and the ribbing at the bottom in the lighter colored blue. So one solution I had to that was to knit to the ribbing and then do the ribbing in this darker color, because then it would look more intentional. But I didn't want to give it a trial run on the giant body stitches, so I'm going to do that as a test on the sleeves to just see if I like the way it looks.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm guessing that I'm going to, but I didn't want to fully commit at like 300 plus stitches in the round.
Yeah,
I'd rather do it at like 70 or 80 stitches in the round, and if I have to rip some out, it's not a huge amount to rip back. So
yeah.
So stay tuned. Stay tuned for that. And we'll see.
Cool.
We'll see where I end up. I'd like to have a second sweater, because then I think it's supposed to be kind of chilly next weekend if the long range forecast stays true, which would mean that I could wear one sweater on Friday to Needles Up and one sweater on Saturday, or one sweater on Saturday and one sweater on Sunday to Rhinebeck. So that would be really exciting, but I gotta get said sweater done first.
I think I'm gonna bring Larch, because I just finished her. I think I'll bring my Winterly / Autumnly, the orange version of Winterly that I did.
Yep.
And that'll be kind of a lighter weight sweater. And then I'll probably bring my Nanilchik Swancho too, because those are my most 3 more recently finished projects that I've done.
Yep.
Unless it's going to be 80, and then I'll rethink that. Which I don't think it's looking like it's going to be this year.
It looks like it's going to get cold and it's going to stay chillier, which is actually perfect.
Yeah, especially if it's sunny.
Walking around, so you get hot.
Yeah.
With all the bodies and stuff that are.
If it's sunny and like in the 50s, it'll be perfect. There's that one year. It was a couple of years ago. It was so funny because it had been sunny and it had been like that. It had been like in the 50s, and then all of a sudden, these clouds rolled in and it started snowing. And then they rolled out, and it was fine. It was really funny. It was cute. We were actually sitting around having like hot chocolate and tea and stuff at one of the picnic tables. And,
we were kind of like, huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's exactly what we did. Yeah, it was funny. So Rhinebeck is next week.
Yes.
We are.
I have one other works in progress.
Okay, I won't go there.
I don't even have it in the show notes because I haven't even created a project page for it. I don't have time.
Okay.
So, look.
You found him. Wow. It got really dark today. Hold on. I'm going to get it back because it's cloudy.
Yeah.
So I'm going to wake the lights back up. So we have motion sensor lights for anybody that doesn't know. And they usually go out, but we usually have a lot of bright sunshine back here. But it's really rainy and blustery today,
So this is not a very good picture. So I cast on Red Flannel by Alicia Plummer, and these are fingerless mitts. So it does have a texture pattern on it. You can see it on the ones that I've
pretty. Yeah, you
started.
That's cute.
Thank you. So I'm at the point now where I'm doing the gusset increases, which is why basically almost nothing I have to knit on is at a point where...
Is that Medtosh chart?
It is. It's left over from my sweater.
I wonder.
I was cleaning up and looking for odds and ends, and I found this entire bag of leftover yarn.
Quite a bit, yeah.
I had a ton. I could definitely knit mitts, and I could probably knit a hat and maybe another pair of mitts. I don't know why I have so much leftover yarn. Oh, I do know, because I knit really tight and I never use all of the yardage. So when I'm having a project where I'm running out of yarn, Kelly and I are both like, what is going on? Or I'm not getting gauge on our bracelet. Anyway, So I was having a debate as to whether or not I could modify that pattern and keep going and turn them into mittens, because we do have the mitten tree going.
We do.
But with the patterning, I'm not sure that I want to deal with that on the decreases. So I'll just make them into mitts, and then I could decide. I might donate in the mitts, because although it's not a true mitten,
But people are doing scarves and hats.
Yeah, and
everything.
I okayed some socks. People were like,
Cool.
Somebody was like, "Can I do socks?" I was like, "Yeah,
Sure.
yeah." If it's getting donated, that's fine.
Yeah.
That somebody might like the mitts because they're pretty and they're not quite mittens, and just if you're on hard times, that doesn't mean you don't want pretty things
That's right.
that aren't totally utilitarian
Yeah.
type stuff.
Well,
So,
and a lot of people bike, so they're kind of
Yeah.
good for that, or,
Yeah.
doing outside things,
Mhm.
but you want to keep your fingers where you can use
or even
them.
sometimes I'll wear them sometimes in my office if I'm typing, like if
I
it's
do
a
that
little
too.
chilly,
Mhm.
just to keep things warm. It's amazing when you have this part covered, how much warmer you feel.
Well, and just kind of up to, like,
Yeah.
even, this part of your hand to keep
Yep.
everything in here nice and warm.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, maybe I'll do that. I'll do the mitts as written and donate those in,
Yeah.
because that's a super wash, so it can go in the wash and dryer.
Yeah.
So I think I might be good, or they might go in like the Christmas bin or something. I don't know.
There you go. You can
They're
do
not
that.
for you, Mom. Just kidding. That's not your color. My mom's probably like, "Can you stop being a jerk already?"
Oh my gosh.
So I was kind of working on those a little bit while I was waiting, because that thing, I blocked it on Monday.
Oh, your throwback?
Yeah, sorry, that thing over there.
That thing.
Yeah, I'm pointing out that you can't see off camera. My throwback
It's a good thing we don't do just an audio podcast.
would be a disaster.
You can see here. No, you can't.
No, actually, you can't. I blocked my throwback on Monday, and it's taken it. I'm actually was surprised it was dry this morning, because I checked it yesterday morning and it was still a little bit damp.
Mm-hmm.
But it's dry now.
Excellent.
I'm so excited to wear that. It's gonna be so warm.
Mm-hmm.
So warm and cozy. So I'm still working on my what am I going to buy at Rhinebeck list, which gets longer, and then it gets shorter, and then it gets longer again, and then...
I don't really have anything on my list. I'm kind of just going, and if I see something interesting, but I don't know. It would have to be pretty... Although I do have, I'll probably...
You're going to buy some yarn babies.
Buy a yarn, at least one yarn baby, because she had some really cool, she keeps showing some really pretty colors that she's going to have.
If you don't follow Cece's Wool on Instagram, I would highly recommend it. She's
Plus, you get to see the
videos of her
lammies.
sheep.
No, the lammies in the spring. Oh my god, they're so cute.
I am trying to get a 1 or 2 more sweaters quantity of like worsted weight yarn. I have some legacy fiber arts DK I haven't done anything with, which Sue so awesomely dyed up for me, and it's still sitting in a box in my office.
Oh, it's still at your office?
Still in my office.
It hasn't made it home yet?
I have a small yarn stash in my office. Which gets brought to my attention sometimes when my dog is there, because she likes to pick up yarn in her mouth, and so I'll be like, stop stealing yarn out of that box. Anyway.
And has one whole filing cabinet that's just stuffed with yarn.
There's no files in there. You don't need to get in that. Don't look at that.
That's the only file cabinet that has a lock on it.
Stay out of there. No admittance. Like one of those handwritten notes like my kid puts on the door. Do not enter. This is my room.
My cabinet.
This is the drawer with the snakes. Stay out.
Spiders inside.
Spiders. No, I think I want to pick up a sweater quantity or 2 of worsted weight yarn. So I've been trying to identify a couple of sweaters, because I do better if I'm buying for something.
Yeah.
I tend to get less distracted If I don't go in with some kind of plan, I will literally come out with like 10 skeins of same grain weight yarn in different colors, and my stash does not need that. I have so much sock yarn.
That's me too, and it's all so pretty.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if there was like a special colorway that I really, really liked.
Yeah, like I probably will try to buy the Gills Art like Sheep and Wool Festival sock blank, even though I have the one from last year that I haven't used yet, because they're pretty, and I will eventually get around to it. So anyway, so that's my game plan, and I'm sure it will go completely out the window once I get there. And I'll see something else. Ooh, pretty. Ooh, shiny. Ooh, shiny. Shiny, big shiny pants.
So, you talked about what you needed to talk about?
Yeah.
Shall we talk about Rhinebeck, that we're going?
We are going.
And that we're also sending a bus.
We are sending a bus. There's still some seats
available.
So if you've been hemming and hawing and you're local to us and you're like, maybe I want to go, maybe I don't, now would be the time to make that decision, because Rhinebeck's next weekend.
It is.
So, and if you are, so we probably shouldn't presume. I was trying to think of my words just left me. If you are not aware, so Rhinebeck is the New York Sheep and Wool Festival. It is one of the largest fiber festivals in the country. So I believe it and Maryland Sheep and Wool are still sort of vying for top spot there. But anyway, so it's a very large fiber festival that is happening next weekend in Rhinebeck, New York, which is why everybody just refers to it as Rhinebeck.
And it's really funny. My husband grew up in Rhinebeck, so he's like, when he's here, he's used to it now. But when we used to say, "Oh, we're going to Rhinebeck," and he'd be like, "Why are you going to Rhinebeck?" And it's really funny because he actually went to the very, 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 very first Sheep and Wool Festival in Rhinebeck because his mom, my mother-in-law, is a knitter. Yeah. And he was a baby. He was like a year old when he went to the very first one. So he's been to it before.
He's been since the beginning. And it looks a lot different now. Yeah. Well, we'll take some pictures. We always say we're going to film and then post some videos, and we never do. So we'll try really hard to take some pictures and post them on Instagram. So that's a good time to follow us. I love standing up at the top and taking the picture down of all of the people and the crowds.
Especially if you do that at lunchtime.
Yeah. Like, when people what was the estimate? Like the last few years on Saturday, like 30,000 people are there or something.
Really high.
It's incredibly popular.
So Vermont Sheep and Wool had like record numbers this year.
That's
too.
Awesome.
Yeah, I haven't heard final, but people were
who were
talking about on Sunday about how many people had been through on Saturday.
And you said it was busy on Sunday.
It was busy on Sunday, and I've never seen it that busy on a Sunday before, and it's great.
That's awesome.
It's great.
It's so awesome. So we'll be there the whole weekend.
We will be. So stay down there.
Yeah. So we're going down on Friday. Kelly and I will be at Needles Up.
Yep.
And we're there scheduled to be in at the VIP hour, but we'll probably we may hang out for a little bit. We don't have anything else to do in the afternoon because didn't get tickets. We couldn't get tickets to Indie Untangled.
I know. So we're going to be just chilling.
So we'll be hanging around. If somebody's going to be around, just ping us. Maybe we'll see if we can catch up with you somewhere.
So Needles Up this year is in Kingston, where Indie Untangled used to be.
Yep, at the Best Western.
I believe so. Western? I think so. Yeah. So that is where that is, and then we might just go find something to do. Go for a walk or hang out. I think we can't check into our house until.
I may or may not have suggested that Kelly and I start day drinking.
Well, Jen probably is going to be driving, so we can.
I'm just kidding. That was not serious. Well, the joke being because Carol's going to catch up with us after taking classes, and So we only see Karen until like 5 or after. Yeah. So the question was how much trouble Kelly and I could get into. Because we weren't sure if Jen was going to be going down with us or not. But maybe we'll get into more trouble if we have a driver.
She's going to be so sick of us.
I know. She's be like, will you two shut up?
Be like, okay, you guys get out of my car now.
Get out of my car, you can walk. No, anyway, we're fine.
We're good.
We are good. We talk big game.
We do.
And then I have a glass of wine and I'm like, I'm tired.
I have a glass of wine and then go to bed at like 9 o'clock.
Go sleep now. It's 8 o'clock and it's past my bedtime.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna have lots of knitting time, so maybe we'll just find a little coffee shop and something, sit and knit or hang out in the Best Western place there and knit while Needles Up is going on. For a little bit.
Maybe wander around Rhinebeck a little bit, because we don't usually spend a whole lot of time, because our house is not in Rhinebeck.
No.
We usually stay outside of, which is
fine.
Actually quite nice.
Yeah, and we're all pretty early risers, so if we get up early and shoot in and stand in line for a while, it's fine. So we have fun.
It is.
Yeah. So if you're going to be around Friday afternoon, ping us. Maybe we'll make some, like, hey, we're here. If anybody's around, come find us.
Yep.
So take a picture with Gage. Love Gage with us. Mm-hmm. You can get Gage too.
I'm going to have to make a list of all the things I have to bring.
I know,
because
right?
Gage has to come, and we have to bring all the questions for part 2 of our Q&A. We can film that. In between.
Oh, in the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
Like outside.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We can find a place and set up
and then have lots of looky lures behind us. Like, what are those people doing?
Sure, why not? We might have a lot of editing, but
or not.
Or not. We'll just leave it in.
Exactly.
Q&A at Rhinebeck.
Exactly. Live from Rhinebeck. Okay, yeah, that's actually a really good idea. That would be a very efficient use of our time,
I know, it really
Kelly.
would be.
Because then we wouldn't have to do it later.
Right.
Which is setting us up for it to not happen.
Yeah, if we wait until we get back to the house and we're like sitting around knitting, eating dinner.
We're not going to do it. Yep, well, it's okay.
We won't
That's
do it.
a good plan.
I know.
Okay, good. See? We are on the podcast. You heard it here, folks. Or still come ping us, because you could come video bomb us and be on the podcast. So, yeah. Maybe we'll put out a little, like,
we're going to be here. We can find a place.
We'll find a place. We'll say we're going to set up here, and if you want to come video bomb us or answer some questions with us, that would actually be really hysterical.
That would be fun.
We should just do it at the Best Western when all of the Legacy people are in and out, because some of them probably know us, too. Mm-hmm. That would be hysterical.
Mm-hmm. That would be pretty funny.
Actually, maybe we should do that. Because we're going to be there already.
Because they have the little lounge area there.
Yeah, we could totally set it up, and then if people wanted to come chitty-chat with us and answer some questions, they could too.
Yep.
That would be fun.
Because we left all the knitting-related questions.
Yeah.
So people can just come and answer the knitting-related questions.
Let's do that. That'll be fun. We'll set up at the Best Western somewhere. We'll find a little alcove.
Yeah, and they have that little, like, front atrium area, although that might get loud.
We
can always see how the weather is too.
We'll see. Stay tuned.
Yeah.
We may do that. We may try to find another spot.
Yeah, because it might get loud.
That's true.
Because it got kind of loud and echoey in there for Needles Up.
That's true, but we might be able to sneak off into, like, the bar area.
They have that whole huge, that kind of central area where they have restaurants and stuff. It's made to look like an outdoor something. Yeah. That was really quiet last year.
We'll scope that out. Stay tuned. But if you see us and we have you can't see our getup, but if we have our iPad and our tripod and our thing that you can't see that we're looking at, come over and say hi.
Yep.
So, because that's what we're doing.
Right.
We're doing our Q&A.
Right.
Sweet.
Oh, we're going to be little Sherpas carrying all of our stuff around that we have.
I know. But we might be able to get some guests on.
That'd be fun.
Still Sue or Chelsea or Amy Beth or... Amanda.
They're probably going to be pretty busy.
I know they're going to be busy. Dave, Justin. I don't know if the whole family's coming.
They usually come and help out.
I thought they did.
Yeah.
All right. So, what else do we got going on? Oh, the retreat. The retreat.
The thing that's been eating up all of your spare time.
Yes. So the retreat planning is coming. There's still some seats, beds, whatever. There's still some slots available.
There are.
So please, if you weren't sure and you would like to come, we still have some spaces. So,
and for all of you that can't come this time and are requesting a summer one, we are working on a different time of year, because I know there's a lot of people out there that can't maybe swing a March one.
It won't be in 2019, just going to tell you that, but we may be able to actually get the facility where we're having this one in March for 2020 in the summer. But
we have right on the lake, so it's...
Yeah, we have to plan that far ahead. Yeah. That's part of the problem, because they're popular. They do a lot of weddings there, and it's a popular venue for a good reason, because it's right on the lake. So, so don't fear. We are trying to put together a summer one for those of you who can't get away during the late February, early March timeframe.
Yep. But yeah, like Anne said, there's still some space available. And for anybody that was interested in day passes, don't worry, you haven't missed out on that. They haven't gone up. They probably won't be up until January
or February, because we have to get the actual retreat attendees part squared away and that registration closed and know what we have for numbers, because that's going to drive how many day passes we're able to offer.
Right, because the day pass is going to include the class. And that's where we're kind of limited for how many we can do.
Yep, and then we will also have just some marketplace tickets available. So if you just want to come out and shop, because we've got some awesome vendors lined up to be out there, then you can buy just a marketplace pass as well. And those will probably come in February, week or couple weeks before the actual event. So.
Awesome. It's going to be really fun.
I am very excited. There's a lot of stuff to do. So
there is.
So you haven't missed the email from me, because I'm still working on it. I worked on it for a bit, and then I haven't had time to do anything other than my actual other job. So that's what's been going on. So don't worry. We'll get you the information. We know the folks that are registered.
Yep.
So your spot is there.
Yep. And I'll be sending, if you are registered for the Rhinebeck bus, I'll be sending out an email probably the next couple days or early next week with any of the details relating to that, because I've had a few people asking about that. But don't worry, we'll get that information out to you. I think most people have most of the information, but just so that they have it all in their
their email. We are running a mitten tree knit along or cowl, knit along, crochet along, whatever. It started October 1st. It's going to run through the end of November. I did not check the calendar to see where that time frame falls in terms of podcast date, so it may be extended. As you know, we're a little loosey-goosey with our rules here sometimes.
Right.
For knits along.
Knits along.
So this is a charity knit. Yep. So this is mittens, hats, scarves, socks, fingerless mitts to donate. And we are working with our local UPS store here in the area. We're going to donate them to a local charity, the ones that we get here locally.
Yep.
We're still sorting out which charity. So it'll probably be one of the shelters or the battered women's or domestic violence outfits, or maybe a combination, depending on what the need is.
We may split it.
Yep. So if you're local to us and we're collecting that stuff, I'm going to run a separate entry. So there's a finished object thread on Ravelry. I did get that stuff up finally. And people have already posted finished objects. It's super exciting. So there'll be prizes drawn from the finished objects thread, but then I'm also going to do a separate prize for the folks that get their stuff here in the store.
We'll just do a sheet so when they drop stuff off.
Yep. And if you're not local to us and you don't have any place to donate where you are, you can also feel free to send your stuff to us here at the store, and we'll enter you in the the drop-off location spot, but you can always post your finished objects in a fill thread.
Yep.
So it's just sort of our way to give back to the community a little bit with our craft.
And we've had a lot of people bring yarn in, just kind of some leftovers or skeins that they knew they weren't going to use. So if you need some yarn, or you just want to try some new yarn, there's a lot of different yarns in the bin. Pop on in, tell us that you are working on projects for Mitten Tree, and that you wanted to check out the yarn that people have been bringing in.
The only thing that we would ask is that you actually use it to do the Mitten Tree
for charity knitting.
Yep. Absolutely. So I'm working on a couple of other knit along, so stay tuned. I'm gonna flesh out the details of the one that I have on the list there, and then maybe we'll announce it next week, because I'm assuming we're gonna squeak out an episode before we go to Rhinebeck next week. There's no reason why we can't. And that'll be fun, that'll be timely. So yeah, all right.
Excellent.
I may, because we like to do planning right here live on the show. I may request that we record in the morning on Thursday.
Okay.
So I can get the episode edited and loaded Thursday afternoon. So the episode may go up a day early, because we're gonna leave on Friday morning.
Right. Really.
So I'm not gonna be at my office and yell, and I'm gonna need to take the iPad with me if we're gonna do the thing.
Right.
So it's not guaranteed that it would be done overnight at my house. Loading. So this was my reminder, because otherwise I would forget that I needed to talk to you about that. So
that's fine.
we'll talk about it now. But anyway, or at least I will mention that perhaps we should need to record in the morning.
That's fine.
Okay. All right.
It works for me.
Okie dokie. What else do we have on that list?
I think that's about it.
Yeah.
Our new in store is the same as last week, except for our aerator is new.
Right. Weekly Pick Air.
Weekly Pick Air.
Because I knew I could spell it. And all of you could spell it.
Right.
And I wouldn't mess that up.
Oh, goodness gracious.
All right. We should probably wind this silly podcast down.
Probably should.
There's been a lot of silliness today.
Yeah. So
one would think that I ate a lot of cake, and I have not.
Thank you guys so much for joining us. I'm just going to keep on
Just
going.
keep going. Just ignore me.
There's cider donuts in there.
What? Now you tell me.
They might be a little bit stale.
Who cares?
I know.
Cider donuts.
They the lovely ladies from some of the ladies from Knit Group had brought some in and left the extras.
Ooh.
I know.
I'm gonna have to grab one on my way out.
So thank you all for joining us. We've had a lot of new people, new faces, who have subscribed to the podcast recently. So thank you guys so much. We hope you are enjoying our crazy shenanigans.
It is always like this. This is just us.
Yeah. And thanks to everybody, all of our returning viewers, and thank you all for the fun Meerkat shenanigans too.
I can't wait till now I have 3. I went from none, now I have 3. Till these guys hit out there in the public, because I cannot wait to see what you do with this hashtag.
I know.
I'm excited. It's gonna be so much fun. So much fun.
Angela's gonna end up with like a whole playing deck worth of the Meerkats.
I know. Kelly's gonna be like, "Where'd all the Meerkats go?" And I'll be like, "I don't know. Let's check my car."
Oh, here's this bag. Let's look in this bag and see how many I have in here.
Oh, look, there's like 10 of them in this bag. How did that happen? Oh boy. Anyway,
Awesome.
Well, from Gage, our mascot, the Meerkat mascot, and Kelly and I, thanks for joining us.
Have a great weekend, you guys.
We'll see you next week.
Bye.
I'm turning us on, and then I'm gonna show off my almost done sweater.
So pretty.
It needs its little bands. through
it's
here.
It's really, really pretty.
Thank you.
I think we're going to see a lot of those
I think so too.
the festival.
It's a really wearable sweater. I would probably make another one on 8s this time.
You gotta do it in yellow and black and be Charlie Brown sweater. Yellow and black and gray, shades of gray. That would be hilarious.
I bet CC's wool has a yellow or a mustardy. I bet there's some mustardy, yellowy colors at Rhinebeck this year.
I bet there are.
Huh.
It'd be kind of fun.
That's funny. Funny. Yeah, I might make another one on 8s. So anyway, so I have the little bands to do. And then I'm done. So I'm going to have a Rhinebeck sweater. Because even if I don't get the bands done, I literally could wear it like this.
You could. You could.
I could. Totally could.
Yeah.
But I'm going to take it off now because it's like 70 degrees here. And it's way too hot to be wearing a worsted weight wool sweater right now.
Temperature's supposed to drop overnight.
I know. I saw snow in the forecast for next week.
That's what they're saying. I mean, they're getting snow out west already in the
I know.
Dakotas and
I know.
Montana. And
So do I dare pick up the stitches for this while we're podcasting? That would probably be a really bad idea. I'm just going to sit here and play with Gage. Got Gage. Gage needs a scarf.
we can knit him accessories.
I know.
A little hat.
A little hat. Scarf.
He needs socks. You should totally get on socks for him.
Tail warmer.
Oh my gosh, did you see on Facebook somebody sent us a video of baby Meerkat?
I did see that. It was awesome.
It was so cute.
It was super cute. People have been sending me all kinds of Meerkat stuff on Ravelry and Instagram and in the mail.
And in the mail.
The good news is we've figured out how to get you,
Mostly.
for the most part. There might be still a few kinks to work out with this, but if you want your very own pocket Meerkat. Oh! Should we do it in the outtakes? We should do it in the outtakes because the Meerkat.
The
thing
Meerkat started in the
outtakes. All right, so here's the deal. If you want a pocket Meerkat and you're not going to see us at Rhinebeck, or even if you are going to see us at Rhinebeck, I don't know, it doesn't matter. If you want a pocket Meerkat
Before Rhinebeck.
before Rhinebeck, because we probably could get this to you before Rhinebeck. Buy something. Well, option 1: buy something in the store, on the online store. In the comments, put Meerkat.
Yeah, there's a little box with like special instructions or something like that. Just put Meerkat in there.
Put Meerkat, and we'll pop one of these in with your order.
A Meerkat. Just include it in the order for you.
How's that? That's super fun.
However,
if you don't want to buy yarn from us, why would you not want to buy yarn from us?
or needles or whatever else.
You know what? If you just want the Meerkat, which is totally cool,
Which is totally fine.
it's fine.
We get it.
We
We
do
have
get it.
huge stashes ourselves.
I know. And yet, we're going to Rhinebeck next. Anyway, okay.
That doesn't mean we have to buy yarn.
Some of us have no willpower, Kelly. It's the wool fumes. I don't know. I cannot be held responsible.
And the people going, oh my god, did you see?
There is some of that too.
Yeah.
All right. So if you're not putting an order with us, which is fine, and you want one of these, send us an email with your name and mailing address to hello@mustloveyarn.com. And then what we will do is we will send you an invoice from our system for $1.50.
Yep. Once you pay that, we'll
once you
pop
pay
this
that,
little guy in the mail to
We'll
you.
put this little dude in the mail to you.
Yep.
If you live domestically, so if
Yeah,
you're
US.
in the U.S., if you're international and you want one of these, we'll do the same, but we'll have to
It'll take a
include the
little bit.
shipping, I think.
Yeah, it'll take a little bit longer because
Yeah.
we have to go to the post office and
Do the customs form
do
and
the,
that kind of fun stuff because our system here does it for us. So if you're international, we will have to charge you for shipping, but we'll still ship you one.
Yep.
If you want it. It's not going to cost that much to ship. I mean, comparatively speaking, because these are like little plastic card things. But anyway, so that's the deal with the Meerkats, guys.
Email us.
And Kelly and I will have these over the Rhinebeck weekend as well.
So if you see us,
come find us.
Find us.
And we will give you a pocket Meerkat.
With other goodies.
Assuming I can get my act together and get it all packaged
Well,
up.
you know.
I will.
But like we said, there's a chance once you get this little
So
guy.
you're saying there's a chance?
There's a chance you can win prizes from us throughout the years. Because God knows how long this little guy is going to
We're already getting
be
lots of
sticking
mileage.
around.
I'd love to see some other posts on the
I know.
hashtag, because right now mine are lonely out
And
there.
somebody, one of you lovely viewers, sent us these little charms.
Little meerkat charms.
Little
They
meerkat
are
charms,
so
which are really
adorable.
cute. So I'm thinking I'm gonna just I think they're not super heavy. They're light. They're zinc.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think I'll do progress keepers, but I'll probably put a loop on them, and they'd be great stitch markers because they obviously won't weigh down your yarn.
Right.
They'll just sit on your needle.
Nice.
So we'll do these as like little
Some
prizes when we start drawing
That would be awesome.
for this. Because that would be
And
fun.
I mean, I would envision that probably pretty quick after Rhinebeck, we might draw some prizes
I have
from
a
that
feeling
hashtag, because I think people are going to
we'll
have fun
see.
with this.
Yes.
I've been having fun with it. My family's been having fun with it.
I know. That was really cute.
It's, yeah. I'm not at home, and I leave my meerkat there, and then my husband's texting me pictures of my kids with the meerkat. Like, it's, everybody's getting into it. In fact, I grabbed a couple more because 9 times out of 10, I can't find mine.
So she's going to put one in, like, her wallet, put one in her knitting
put
bag.
one everywhere. Leave one in my car.
Oh.
Never without a meerkat. So,
Yeah. That's the meerkat scoop.
exactly. Wow, it's so much more comfortable not having this sweater on. It's warm. It's warm, but I dusted off this one.
That bag is so cute.
Thank you. It's Amy Beth, Cat Squirrel.
I know. Mine is too. We're going to see her next
We're
week.
gonna see her at Needles Up. I'm very excited. I'm gonna try
know.
not to buy all the things.
She was lamenting about the hot weather and how she couldn't wear her woolies, so
I don't blame her.
I told her that I responded to her Instagram post saying that if you can believe in long range forecasting, which is a
It's
little
gonna
bit
be
sketchy,
chilly.
It's gonna be like in the 50s, I think,
Which is gonna be awesome.
but sunny.
I can't remember which row I'm on the chart. So I dusted this bad boy off because now I have my.
Okay, don't talk about it too much. We should
Oh,
start.
I know. We should start. All right.
I don't have that much today, so it's probably gonna be fairly short.
Okay, so we could chitter chatter a little bit more. So I should tell you. I kind of was telling Andrea, but you probably could hear me because it's not like I'm a quiet talker. And then I wonder why my children are so loud. I have no idea where they get it from. As I can literally pick my son's voice out above everybody. Like, he is hands and head and feet a volume level above, like, everybody, all the other kids.
And height too.
Height, too. So I'm going to blame it on the height. He's just that much taller. Voice project. No, he's very good at projecting. Yes. Very loud. My children are loud.
Maybe he'll be a lawyer too.
I don't know. He's really good at negotiating, though. International peacekeeper? I don't know. Anyway. Dream big. So earlier this week, so I don't use a huge amount of checks, like traditional checks, for, giving people money.
I knew what you meant.
Okay, well, yes.
Bank checks.
Bank checks.
But
Or
checking
personal checks.
Personal checks from your bank account.
Yeah, because, like, my normal bills, I like bill pay and or you use your debit card or whatever. But for childcare, I have to write checks still. So 2 checks a week during the school year, 1 for each kid. And I wrote the check for the first kid, ripped off the check and went, well, that was the last check. Shoot. Oh, well. Picked up the second kid and was like, I ran out of checks, I have to pay you tomorrow. So, like, already now I'm that parent, right? Like, I don't have my stuff together. So the next morning, I went to go find another book of checks.
Oh no, you didn't have any.
Oh, the story is good.
Oh, okay.
This is a good story, guys. Really good. Maybe not. Maybe be like, I'm not hiring that lady as a lawyer. So I go where I keep all of that stuff, and I open up the closet door because it's in a closet. And I'm like, where's the box with the checks in it?
Oh no.
And I don't see it. And then, you know, a few months ago, I did have somebody come in and help me, like, when I start organizing, decluttering and stuff. And I was like, did we put the checks somewhere? And now I can't remember where I put the box of checks.
Oh, no.
Well, that's weird. And I look in a few spots where maybe it would be, and no, but normally it's just sitting right there, front and center, right? Like, really
it's an
obvious.
Important thing. You
Very
wouldn't
important
want to
thing.
think you would go too far with it.
Right. And so then I started scratching my head. I was like, well, is it possible that I'm out of checks? I was like, I don't think so. But there's no box here. So I was like, oh, well, that's great. Now I'm going to have to order more checks, and it's going to take, like, a week. And then, like, mentally I'm already trying to figure out, like, okay, can I pay these people with cash? And now I got to go get cash, and I got to do this, and I got to do that. And then I was trying to remember where I'd ordered checks from last, right? Because now, if I can't find the box, I don't have the reorder information.
Right.
So I don't even know what check number it needs to start with, right? All right, so this is just spiraling into, like, hot mess zone, right? So I finally remember that I ordered the checks last from Vistaprint.
Oh.
Awesome. Okay, so fingers crossed that I had actually set up an account, because sometimes I check out as a guest because I can't be bothered.
And they save a lot of the info if you have an account. They have all that.
Right. Yeah. So I go out and I figured out which email I'd used, because that's also half the battle. But which email did I use? And then I can't remember what my password is. So I reset my password. It was totally cool. And I get in. And there's the past order, and there's a little button where it says reorder. And I was looking at it, it says, your last order was on May 28th, 2018. And I was like,
I should have checks left.
Well, that's interesting. So there's no way I've gone through 300 checks.
Yeah.
But I can't find the checks, so
could you look in your register and see which number it was that you last wrote, and then
I don't keep a register. I would have to go online and then kind of guesstimate based on the last check that cleared.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So because the online banking's my register at this point. So I know it's fun, isn't it? It's fun to live in my brain. So I was like, well, I can't find the other checks. I presume I still have checks, because even with my math, there's no way I wrote 300 checks in the last, like, 3 months, 4 months. But, so I don't know where they are, so I guess I have to just order new checks.
Oh, no.
So I ordered new checks. I was doing this last night, like, late after the kids went to bed. So I ordered the new checks. They're going to be here Wednesday, which is good, because I can kind of put people off, like, that I need to write checks to. Literally woke up in the middle of the night. Because they have all this stuff, like, around. Woke up in the middle of the night and went, you ordered checks from Vistaprint. They didn't come in a box. Vistaprint doesn't send their checks in a box like the bank does. It sends them in one of those folio things. Cardboard folio things. And the check things are, like, glued to the paper. So, of course, the box wasn't sitting where it was supposed to, because the folio thing was on the shelf with other paper things. So, don't you know, I went downstairs this morning, opened up the closet door. Sure enough, there's the folio right there. Pulled it off. I only used one book of checks. So, when the new checks arrive next week, I'm going to have like 500 plus checks.
Oh, yeah.
I'm never going to have to buy checks ever again until I forget that I have checks.
Oh my
That's
God.
the most ridiculous.
A bank doesn't send them in boxes anymore.
The bank does it? Oh.
Not when I've been getting mine.
So I would have been in trouble no matter what.
They just send them between pieces of cardboard now.
Well, that's the folio thing, right? With, like, it's like does yours bend? So, like, the checkbook, the check thing is like that paper glue stuff. So there's like 1, 2, 3 check groups, 1, 2, 3, or actually one of them's probably the register that I don't use.
Cram them in a security envelope between 2 pieces of cardboard and mail them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh. So anyway, so now I have like 550 checks.
Excellent.
After the new ones arrive tomorrow, my husband will be like, "What are these?" I'll be like, "Don't worry, don't worry yourself with those. It's not important." Yep. So clearly, I need to go buy some more yarn. That's my solution.
Oh man.
Yeah. But I was so proud of myself for even remembering that I'd ordered them with Vistaprint and that I got in there and they had all of my information. And then I was really confused as to why I'd used 300 checks between the end of May and now. Because I hadn't.
You just got too organized.
Yes! What's up with that? Everything was put away where it was supposed to be, and then I couldn't find it. Instead of the chaos that it...
I've got organized chaos at my house. Like, I know where just about everything is, but it's not always as organized as it should be.
Yeah, that's true. All right, so now I should probably start.
Now we can
Where
start.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. But that was just, that was a little insight into, like, you know, my life right now.
Angela's brain.
And my brain.
It's like a little snapshot of Angela's brain.
Snapshot. It's very exciting. I believe they refer to that as a mental load. Yep. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So should we get started now that I've totally jibber jabbered on about my ridiculous crazy life?
It's like there's a Big Bang scene from Big Bang. Of course, you guys know that's one of my favorite shows, where Penny and Sheldon are down in the laundry room doing laundry, and then Sheldon starts explaining to her about jibber jabber, and she's like, "Oh my God, you're jibber jabbering about jibber jabber." It's good.
We jibber jabber. That might have to be the title. Jibber jabber.
Jibber jabber.
Jibber jabber. All
Jibber
right.
jabber.
Jibber jabber yarn.
Jibber jabber yarn.
That's funny.
That is funny. Okay.
All right.